Hello, welcome to my podcast. This is episode number 4. I'm the Butler. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay. Today we're talking about making money with trends. Can it be that easy? Let's get into it. So I watched this video of this guy, it was during the holiday season, and he was going around buying up all the Monopoly games at every store in town. And I'm like, what the heck is he doing this for? And he bought, there was, I don't know how many different Monopoly games. It must have been 10 or 20 different versions. And he bought this one version, and he went to every store in, I don't know, half of America. He was filling his car every day with these games. And I was sending them into Amazon. And I was like, that is just crazy, why, the money he was spending. I was like, that's a big gamble, And I was like, well, he isn't gambling. He knows what's going to happen with these. He already knows the outcome. He's already made this. He knows what's going on. The market's been predicted. The trend's been set. So he knew it wasn't a gamble for him. And that just was amazing to me. I was like, that, to predict trends like that, to make money, to predict a trend, before everybody, to be ahead of it like that. 6 months later, everybody's like, oh yeah, that Monopoly game's out, and they go to get it, but this guy's bought them all, so there wasn't any to be had. So he was way ahead of it, and I was like, bravo, man, that was a good move. And I was like, I wish I could do that. And, as a reseller, I'm from the old school. I get out there in the trenches, garage sales, estate sales. I like to look for antiques and things that are old that are worth money. To me, it's so foreign to go into stores and buy stuff and then resell it. You could just walk into a store and get. Maybe I give the public too much credit for but I thought it would, But yeah, so that's really strange to me, to go into stores and buy stuff to resell. But I was fascinated with the trending predictability, that he predicted these trends. Like stock markets, they predict trends in the stock markets too. They do company research and they find out how the company's doing, and through that they predict these trends. And that to me is amazing, and it's a whole nother avenue of creating money. And so I was reading a magazine one afternoon, and this magazine was just going crazy over this new band that just came out. And they released their first single, and this magazine said that this is the greatest band since Led Zeppelin. Now, that was a pretty big compliment. So I went to this website, and I listened to the music this band just put out. And it truly was amazing. They are truly the next Led Zeppelin. They're amazing. And they had a CD out with only 4 songs on it. So I bought 100 copies of this CD. And I knew this CD was going to blow up big. And the fact that it was less than $5, because they only had 4 songs. So it was like $4.70 or something for the CD. So I bought 100 copies. Anyway, 6 months later, this band goes on Jimmy Fallon, and after that, they blew up. Their CDs were unavailable. And then they put out another full CD, but by then they were already blown up. So the CD I bought, I went and looked online, and it was selling for about $200, $175, $200. So I had 100 copies, so I listed them all, sold them all right away. And that was that was my first experience with predicting a trend. And it was a whole lot of fun, and it was easy, and it was jumped right out at me, and I think that, a lot of these guys that follow these trends, and are ahead of Amazon and what's going on with the market, they're following these trends. They're following the market. They know what's coming out. It's kind of like GQ magazine. What they put out in their magazine usually transitions into the department stores a few months later. So, what you see in magazines usually ends up in the department stores. So they're predicting trends that way as well. And I just thought it's just a whole nother creative way to create money, especially when you're an old reseller like I am, who's used to just getting out in the trenches. There's other forms of trenches you can get out into, and I just thought that was really fascinating. And these guys that sell on Amazon, they're showing us a whole new way of reselling and buying and predicting trends. And the trend I predicted, I sold all those CDs on just eBay alone. I didn't sell them on Amazon. I sold them for a ton of money on eBay, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm trying to do it again. I'm spending a little more time looking at different things to see what's trending, what's coming out, what's happening, what I can get in on the ground floor. And that's where it's at, being in on the ground floor of something. So that was really exciting. I wanted to share that with you. I don't drop too many names on here, so I'm sure you guys could figure out the band I'm talking about. Anyway, it was really nice talking to you guys tonight. I hope to talk to you again real soon. Take care.